Stop waiting. Own your worth. There comes a moment in life when you have to stop waiting. Waiting for people to notice you, acknowledge you, validate your talents. Some of us aren't exhausted because we're doing too much. We're exhausted because we've been looking in the wrong direction. We've been searching for our worth in people who don't even recognize their own, measuring success by standards that were never meant to define us. But what if there was another way? A way to break free from this cycle and reclaim your power? This isn't just about self-improvement, it's about self-reclamation. The trap of external validation. We've all fallen into it, waiting for that nod of approval, that well done, that sign from someone else that what we're doing matters. But why is this need so deeply ingrained in us? Through the lens of Stoicism, the answer is clear. Chasing external validation distracts us from what really matters, our inner growth. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught that true peace doesn't come from applause but from living in alignment with our values. They believed that our worth isn't determined by outside recognition but by our ability to live with integrity and purpose. The truth is, when you constantly seek approval, you're giving away your power. Every time you hesitate, waiting for someone to validate your choices, you're saying their opinion matters more than your own. But does it? Should someone else's judgment hold more weight than your own experience? Building a foundation of inner strength. Living for external validation is like building a house on unstable ground. It's only a matter of time before it collapses. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to build on something solid, our own choices, actions, and principles. So how do you break free from the need for approval? It starts with recognizing the power of self-approval. Affirm your worth daily. You don't need permission to be great. Remind yourself of your value every single day. Reflect on your actions. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I act in alignment with my values? If the answer is yes, that's all the validation you need. Celebrate your progress. Not every accomplishment needs an audience. The fact that you're growing is reason enough to keep going. Imagine how much energy you could reclaim if you weren't constantly seeking validation, if you weren't refreshing your feed for likes or waiting for someone to acknowledge your efforts. That energy could be poured into your passions, your growth, your purpose. The power of detachment. Detaching from external validation doesn't mean shutting out the world. It means understanding that your value isn't defined by other people's opinions. It's about strengthening your sense of self so that the noise of the outside world doesn't shake your foundation. This is the mindset shift that allows you to live authentically, to act not for applause but because it's the right thing to do. And when validation does come, it's a bonus, not a necessity. Reclaiming your focus. It's easy to get lost in the expectations of others, to shape your decisions based on what will get the most approval, instead of what aligns with your true self. But the more you live for other people, the further you drift from your own path. Ask yourself, what are my values? What truly excites and fulfills me? Am I making choices for myself or for the approval of others? These answers don't come from the outside world, they come from within. And once you start listening to yourself, you'll realize that external validation was never what you needed in the first place. Final thought. Choose yourself. If you take nothing else from this, take this. You don't need permission to be who you are. You don't need applause to validate your growth. The only approval that truly matters is your own. The moment you stop waiting for others to recognize you and start recognizing yourself, that's when you step into your true power. Mastering self-focus. The Stoic path to fulfillment. Imagine setting a goal purely based on your interests and then achieving it. The satisfaction that comes from this accomplishment is genuine, untainted by the need for external validation. When you prioritize self-growth, you cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness. A fundamental principle of Stoicism is taking full responsibility for your own life. Your reactions, emotions, and decisions are within your control. By embracing this mindset, you empower yourself to make meaningful changes rather than blaming others or external circumstances for your unhappiness. This shift enables you to make proactive choices that enhance your well-being. Focusing on self-improvement also strengthens virtues, such as discipline, patience, and courage, qualities that define a good life according to Stoic philosophy. As you grow, you naturally become more capable of contributing positively to those around you. In this way, working on yourself is... Too often we use mirrors to adjust our outward appearance, ensuring we look presentable to the world. But what if we use them for introspection